My brother.
It's good, well done.
Spitfire. Probably named that plane Okay, we'll get things moving. I'd like to thank everybody for turning up to celebrate Flo's life. And as you can see, the weather's not the best, but I think Flo's had something to do with that. And I'd like to thank George, Brett, Lisa, and the rest of the family for turning up, especially my son, who came all the way from Australia. There he is. Yeah, he's on the back there. And so I'm going to hand over this young fella here, who's an adopted son of Flo's. He's done a lot that I have. And he's going to carry on with the ceremony and back me up. So it's all yours. Thank you.
I thought it best that we should begin the service for Flo with the Lord's Prayer. We
I'm sure that once she arrives, everyone will be glad to have her, and she's going to even make heaven a better place when she gets there. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Florence Kubecka, born on October 25th, 1927, in Hallettsville, Texas. She attended Edna High School and graduated valedictorian. That's when she first announced to the world that she is a special person. She worked for the Texas Compensation Board, the Army Air Force, and the Navy, where she met George Gary. Flo and George were married in 1948, had 3 children, George, Sandy, and Brett. And George passed in 1996. That's when our down under guy came into the picture. Flo met Brendan on a cruise ship in Australia, and that grew into another wonderful relationship. And the two of them were married in 1999. They shared their golden years together, traveling to England, New Zealand, Australia, and all around the United States, sharing their lives together with each other. Brendan, thank you. We couldn't have picked a better guy for Flo. Let's hear it for Brendan. Yeah! Flo passed away peacefully with her loved ones by her side on January 15th of this year. For 86 years, we were lucky to have her here with us. She left her influence on us all, and it was a very good influence she left us. She was the consummate lady, always showing us how to act with class and dignity, while sharing her smile and her laughter with us. That's something we're all going to miss very much. After my mother passed several years ago, I kind of adopted Flo to be my surrogate mother. And she gave me the opportunity to feel good about myself, letting me call her on the phone, making her laugh, sending her flowers, and making her feel special as well. So it worked out very, very well for both of us. This is the first time I've got to meet both my brothers, Brett and George. And I'd like to share a letter I received from Flo just the other day. It's a letter from heaven. When tomorrow starts without me, and I'm not here to see, if the sun should rise and find your eyes filled with tears for me, I wish so much you wouldn't cry the way you did today, while thinking of the many things we didn't get to say. I know how much you love me, as much as I love you. And each time you think of me, I know you'll miss me too. When tomorrow starts without me, don't think we're far apart. For every time you think of me, I'm right there in your heart. At this time, I would like to invite any of the family members or friends to step forward and share any memories or thoughts or words about Flo.
Start.
Mr. Mother?
Okay.
Right ahead.
Well, I just want to explain to everybody why Mom loved me best out of all the kids. And she tells a story. She would tell the story to anybody who would listen. But she would tell them. Says, I asked Brett why he never gets in trouble. He always does everything right. And so, and she said, Brett, tell me why you never get in trouble. And Georgie and Sandy do, and I don't do that. And she loved to tell that story, and that's why I believe she loved me most. I was the good one. No, as some of you know, I wasn't the good one. I just got away with most everything that George and Sandy didn't get away with. And
You were just good at not getting caught.
exactly. I watched what they did, and I didn't get caught. So my mom, I'm going to miss her terribly. She was a wonderful mother, and to all three of us siblings, and it's just it's hard to say goodbye, but it's part of life.
What's your version?
The truth is that Sandy and I wore Mom and Dad out to such a degree that by the time Brett came along,
They didn't care.
they didn't care. They weren't watching. He was getting away with it. Well, I remember Mom was always a character from the time she was real little, and she said that she used to get chased around and then called the Queen of Sheba by the other kids in the neighborhood. All the way until she was holding court in the last process. She's always been a character. She's always attractive. I do remember that she was the best co-pilot I ever had in the storm. She was also the worst person to have in the backseat when you're trying to get somewhere. I love Mom. Oh, and I got a note from our cousin in Texas, Deborah Phillip, wanted me to read something. She sent it to me, and she said she appreciated it. I'm sorry, but I have to read it in pieces. I know, look at this ancient. Does anybody have a phone this old? Okay, Aunt Flo, such a lovely and graceful lady. How I admired her love and commitment to raising a happy family. How enamored I was with her glamour and her sense of style. She always said that she looked into a charmed life. We always knew that it was Aunt Flo herself who brought the charm. Since the dashing Uncle George whisked away this beautiful yellow rose of Texas, the old home place has never been the same.
Buying you a phone subject.
Surprised I was good phone for it.
I'm embarrassed.
A joyful surprise, Brendan has proved to be a wonderful blessing in Aunt Flo's horizons. We are forever grateful for their many Texas visits. Fun times, lots of laughter. It just kept coming. Always so loving, forever well loved. We will miss Aunt Flo's dazzling smile and sparkling spirit. Love, Deborah, Kubecka Gary. She said it better than I could.
I've also brought a message from Australia, which is a friend of Dad and Flo's. And I also, just before I start that, I've also heard that story, Brett, and you've told that story to the absolute T. Just like listening to Flo tell the story, so I can vouch for that. Okay, this is a family friend from Brisbane called John Ruthenberg, and this is what he's written for me to relate today. Dearest Brendan and families, my name is John Ruthenberg, and I've been family friend of Brendan for over 30 years, and I thank Ashley for relaying this message for me today in my absence. Yes, this has been a sad couple of weeks and a sad day today. As some of you may have known, I fully understand what you're going through. Later on today you'll get together and celebrate Flo's life and remember to talk about the good times. And that's how it should be. Whilst I haven't been in Florence's presence a great deal, we have spoken many times on the phone, and I also was lucky enough, along with my partner Robin and her daughter Sarah, to accompany Brendan and Flo on a trip in a mobile home across Australia from Brisbane to Perth. It was on that adventure I feel we got to know Flo a little better. Here are some small samples of what I mean. Flo liked Australian football, and it's fitting we talk about this because we have Super Bowl this Sunday. But I don't think it was for the game itself, but the 26 young athletes in short shorts running around the oval. Flo also struggled with a little with the understanding of the Australian dialect and sense of humour at times. Many a time you would hear Flo whisper to Brendan, "What did he just say?" or "What did that just mean?" Amid much humour, Brendan would try and explain what it meant. He must have succeeded at many times, but you knew this would occur again. Struggling here, yeah.
That's a cell phone.
You know, breakfast time is the most important meal of the day, and for some the most favourite. And for Flo it was something a little unique. I think that this was very true. However, we found it really difficult to share her liking with one of the courses. And for example, toast with Vegemite. However, that's not that unusual, but it was also accompanied with peanut butter, marmalade, and mustard on the same piece of toast. And yes, we know that Flo enjoyed it immensely. But honestly, you have no idea what it's done for us as Aussies. It's just something you never miss. Let's just say we chose not to take up the challenge and ever experiment with those flavours. Flo, we know you enjoyed life, and we also know you made Brendan very, very happy. And in the time we had together, rest in peace, Flo. And to you, Brendan, and the family, may all the wonderful memories and times gone by ease the pain you all now feel. I write this for myself on behalf of Robin, Sarah, Jackie, Michelle, Alison, excuse me, Kathy, Tommy, Peter, Witherspoon, and families. After they leave us, their energy remains. Thank you.
Well, you've asked a lot of me now. Okay. Well, we know this is Chinese New Year. She couldn't have picked a better day for this service. And as I said before, we'll be looking down on you because you donated corneas to somebody on this planet. So just be careful when you're walking along. She could come up to you and say, "I know you." Okay? Now, for those who don't know, and our family probably does, how I met Flo, it was not on a cruise ship, it was on a working ship out of San Diego. And the first time I actually met her, I'd seen her on the ship, but she didn't come out of the ship for about a week. And she came up to the bridge, because I had the graveyard shift on the bridge. Now, she wasn't exactly dressed as a seaman. She'd come up in the negligee, so I don't know what her idea was at that time. A real flowing negligee, and I looked down the ladder, and there's this woman coming up, you know. So I put it on automatic pilot straight away. But no, no, we really kicked it off on that trip. You know, there was no intention. She was just good companion. And as you said, she had one hell of a sense of humour. She must have had to marry me. And we really got to know each other, you know. And we, like everybody else, we had our ups and downs and things like that. And I met her family. I wasn't quite sure what it'd be like, you know. Here I am. I met George, I think, was the first time way back. And then Brett came along and Sandy. Well, Sandy was on the ship. She actually came to accompanied Sandy to protect the door.
From the Aussies on board.
And how'd that work?
Yeah, it worked out pretty good in the end, you know.
That was 45 days at sea.
Yeah.
That was a long time.
So, anyhow, I've met the Kubecka side of the family. They're a great bunch down there in Texas. And the first time I went down there, I wasn't quite sure whether they were going to lynch me or shake my hand to get their sister off their backs, you know. So, anyhow, once again, thank you for all coming. It's been, especially the family support at this time of the year. This has happened, you know, and especially Lisa. Thank you a lot, Lisa. She's been a stir of strength. Without her, I've probably been up the creek without her. I'm sorry for the people from Atlanta. It wasn't as sunny as we all prepared for you. We try our best.
Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me in all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now be witnessing the glory. If you wish not to witness it, please stand aside to that.
Lisa's going to be passing out some flower petals for each of you to leave with Flo, with your final thoughts and condolences. And that'll pretty much conclude our ceremony. And we're all invited to a restaurant down the road here. What is the name of it? Mastro's? No. Romano's?
Macaroni Grill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's straight down the road here.
So just down the road, just before the freeway, turn right. To the shopping centre.
On Vista Way.
Just away.
Thurston knows.